Okay, bye, Gapple. You have a good day. Hello, Twitch. And hello, YouTube. Hey, let's go, Gapple, with the Do My Hua dailies. Amazing. What do you mean, Master Dragoon? Come on now, really? Master? N-O. No, Master. But yes, am I slept quite a lot today. So I'm feeling quite energized now, which is great. Hello, Rose. How are you doing? Hello, Abby. Ay, Yakuna Dragoon. Ay. Also, thank you for the water. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone's doing great. You're early for once. Yes, you are. You're indeed very, very early for once. Which is very, very rare. Amazing. Okay. Well, I think everything's set up. Hello, Monday.
君も一つどうだろう。ん
Alright. How's everyone doing? Hello, Flo. Hopefully everyone's doing great today. I basically yesterday I went to sleep at 3, then I woke up at 9, and then after that I fell back asleep, woke up at 10, and then I did some video editing, played a bit of Terraria and did some video editing. Then I had a nap from 1:30 all the way until 4. Then I pretty much just did more video editing until like dinner time, and then after dinner time back to video editing, and then we have until right now. So it was pretty much just sleep video editing, a little bit of game time, and sleep video editing. But I had a very, very long nap and very, very long sleep, so I'm actually feeling quite like how do I even put it? The certain weariness, or like the certain tired that never goes away, is not here today. So I'm actually very, very feeling very much wide awake right now, which is amazing. Yeah, it's fucking amazing. I'm like, holy, I've never felt more awake than ever. Hello, Gojita. How are you doing today? Also, by the way, I think now that I remember, or more like, I kind of like had a dream of the hamster of my my sister used to own a hamster, and then when she had to go to China for her internship, the hamster was given to me to take care of, which unfortunately died of old age. But then I was just pretty upset over it, that it that it died of old age. Like, I felt sad when it died. Not like I'm not like that. I'm upset because it died of old age, but it's more like I felt sad when it died. Yeah. And then so I dreamt of it, like, I think it was last night or 2 nights ago. Thank you for the water, Anima. And then I don't remember what much of the dream, but it was something along the lines of like the hamster came up to me, cuddled really, really nicely in my hands, and then after that it ran away, and that was all the dream that I remembered.
Oh yeah?
But it was not gonna lie, it was nice to see the hamster again. This is your training. Oh, GWP wanted a 30 stream trick. Let's go. You wanna pull Mornie, but you wanna know does her 40% damage amplification work without her S1? No, you need her S1, or you need Mornie, or you need Linne. Or you need a Luke as well. You just need. Wait, where's Mornie? Like you just need someone who can inflict either rupture or stream. That means either Linne or Luke for now. And why are you not good today? Oh, Stabby's under the weather. Oh, get well soon. You get well soon, Stabby. Drink more water. And sleep more. Stabby hasn't been sleeping well. Yeah, so Mornie, you really need either Linne or Luke to ensure that you get the 40%, or just get S1 Mornie. Like S1 Mornie, okay, honestly, if you don't want to get Linne or you don't want to get Luke, S1 Mornie is really good because thing about S1 Mornie is that it increases the duration of this interfield marker by 150%, right? And what this interfield marker basically does, it increases your 40% damage increase. And what that means is that you don't, instead of the 8 seconds, wherever the 8 seconds is, interfield marker, yeah, see? So Mornie inflicts an interfield marker on target for 8 seconds. This 8 seconds now becomes, how long is this? By extended by 150%, which is a lot more basically. And so you don't have to worry about when to tune rupture or not tune rupture but tune break. Because with S0 Mornie, you actually want to find the best timing, which is aka your most DPS window timing, to actually do a tune break before you do your DPS window stuff. Otherwise you're gonna miss that 40% damage amplification or damage increase. So that means if you want to Unga a bit more, S1, if you don't mind the more calculated kind of gameplay rotation, then get Linne, get Luke. AniMar doesn't activate that buff. AniMar does, yes. AniMar does. But that's also exactly why, right? In AniMar's rotation, so if you're using AniMar and Mornie, she does activate the buff. Problem is, when you are using AniMar with Mornie, what you want to do is, right as you tune break, you should have your Liberation ready, you should have your 2 Fortes ready, and then almost towards at the end, that is where you do the final heavy attack into the big mech. So you cram all your DPS window into that 8 seconds at S0 Mornie. Otherwise, if you miss something, well, GG. You're gonna miss some damage here and there. Question in Zani team, is it better to use for Spectral Rover to use R5 Emerald of Genesis or Overture? Just use Emerald of Genesis. The key for Spectral Rover in a Zani team is to ensure 160% energy. That is the most important part of the stats to notice. Everything else, it's up to you. You get sick naturally, the weather's changing abruptly too. Yes, actually, yes. But yes, Daddy, please rest well and take care of yourself. Why 160 exactly? Because below 160 you wouldn't have enough energy to do 2 ultimates in the first rotation.
Heretic, transgressor. Embrace
above 160 is great, but you don't need to be. You don't really need anything more than 160. It's just that, but you do need 160 pretty much. Higher, yeah, above 160 is great, but you don't need like you don't need 200%. Can you see my rover build? Absolutely. Lunar Cutter, because I don't have my EOG is on Changli, so I just use whatever. And then literally just whatever this is. This was a piece for Shopkeeper that I never used. And then just get some energy, get some more energy, just enough energy, then +0, +0, that's it. You have 200 energy on Spectre Rover, all your subset rolls, more than enough. It's already more than enough. This is a super low investment rover. Like, actually, super low investment rover. I was talking so much that I forgot to clean the echo shit, did I? I was talking so much that I forgot to clean the echo. Fuck this shit.
空中制御開始一斉射撃はっ確認最大出力展開構造をお渡しします
動くと余計にいた形をなせメスを入れる時間か静寂にキスんだ君の葬式は私が執り行う
You miss your Spectre Rover and Zani team. You're using Aero Rover for Kartetia Chakona team. Get Chisa. If you can get Chisa, then you can return Aero Rover to your Zani team. Let's go, Remy with the 15th stream streak, amazing. And Gapple was found by Oreno Cow again. Why is Abby sending me messages?
こちらの方が見やすいですね
How are we all doing? I slept a lot today, and I'm feeling very much awake right now. So it's a pretty good day for me. Other than the fact that I still have yet to finish editing Phoenix's video, so that's something. She's not gonna be used in Hyuki team in the future. Yes, correct. Kartetani Aero Rover and Zenini Spectre Rover. Yes, correct. And therefore, Rip Rover, I guess. Rover's just kind of like being wanted everywhere. Oh my god. Science gone mad. All negative status teams want Chisa. But who does Chisa want? Has anyone asked that question? Checkmate.
進む道がはっきりと見えた
You finish 100% Black Shores, nice. I think your Aero Rover build is really good. Also waiting for your Verena to BS4, currently BS3. You really hope you could choose free Verena from Anniversary Selector banner. The Anniversary Selector banner is a myth. A myth. You want Chisa? Abby wants Chisa. Look, what the hell are you trying to do? Look. Look. What the fuck are you doing? Look. What the fuck, man? Look. Look, harassing vehicle now. Hello, Syndicate. What did you tune into? Look doing some weird shit. Hello, Sina. You just use rejuvenating things since gas doesn't work. Gas only works if you're using this very specific team. What is this very specific team? Carthesia? Chisa and a Rover. That is the only time where Gust of Welkin actually works on a Rover. Other than that, it's Windward Pilgrimage or Rejuvenating Glow where you're just using the Bellborn. I mean, you could try Moonlit Clouds, right? Because technically, Moonlit Clouds is... Nah, not really. Forget it. Moonlit Cloud increases attack of next Resonator. Forget it. Not unless you are using the Impermanence Heron. That's the only option, or that's the only reason why you want to use Moonlit Clouds. Basically, the difference between Bellborn is 10%, but if you're hit for 3 times, it disappears. For Moonlit Clouds, if you're using the Heron, this is like the 12%, which is a bit higher than Bellborn. Difference is this 12% stays even after you're hit for 3 times. But Heron is a bit clunkier to use compared to Bellborn, in the sense that you actually have to keep in mind that, like, to use the Heron before you do the Rover's Forte, which is the one that actually generates you most of your Concerto. Because Evil Rover has this special thing where you use the first part of the Forte and then you swap out, you're able to cast the second part of the Forte, right? So if let's say you use the first part of the Forte because you do enough quick swaps, so this is really gameplay dependent. If you use the first part of the Forte enough, or like you do Rover enough quick swaps, and then the first part of the Forte activates the Concerto, then you're kind of stuck with not being able to use the Heron, and this becomes like a damage loss. Is Chisa Aero Rover Cartetia even worth it? If you don't have Chacona, and if you know how to do some quick swapping. Because otherwise, it's not really. Not really. At the end of the day, I think the best thing to do is to build Windward Pilgrimage or Rejuvenating Glow and call it a day. Tilicat, look, vanishes into the void, not found by Odin or Kao, impossible. Alright, that's for my dailies done today, so let's move on to AniMar's count. Hi, GW Feet Wanters spilling the tea. Okay, let's start the prediction. What rating will this account get? You're clumsy cause Senpai is not here. Is Shisa and Yuno getting 3 banners within 7 months? Brent is dead in the ditch. Yes. Yuno's getting a rerun and so is Shisa. Does Cartesia, Sanhua, and Chikona work? You wanna save Spectral Roll for Dani. Yes, but you're missing out quite a lot of damage bonuses on a 5 Erosion Liberation if you're doing that. So the trade-off I feel is not very worth. And besides, I'm assuming your Zani has Phoebe, right? If your Zani has no Phoebe, it's kind of brick. Hello Rudro. Doing well? Are you doing well? I am doing pretty well today. I had quite a lot of good sleep. Playing duo Cartetia Chacona is great, but is the Cartetia well built enough to be able to afford doing a duo? Because if the Cartesia is not well built enough, Irurova is actually needed for the damage. Like the 5 erosion liberation damage. So at the end of the day, you have to put Shisa for Hiyuki in the future, so just Rover being 1 and 2 teams. Yeah. Well, at least for now. I do assume that there's going to be like specific glacial shape units. And I don't think with Hiyuki's special like frostbite thing is going to be that useful for Chisa to go onto Hiyuki for now. After that. But it depends, it actually depends. I'm a better off with Lupa and Dania. Maybe, maybe not. It depends, right? Because it's like number 1, will the extra fusion burst stacks allow Aimer to do more damage? If it does, like a lot more damage. For example, as we see how Cartetia's BA5 in Fleur-de-Lis form, the detonate gets stronger with more stacks of erosion. Well, I mean, I guess at at S6 it doesn't really matter that much, right? Because you already have 6 stacks there already. But S0R1 does affect quite a lot. I'm a future burst gonna be more than rupture. How do you know? Are the stats already out? Let's see. DPR calculation results. Imath rupture. Where is Imath fusion burst? Ooh. Alright. So we have new calculations in
Heretic, transgressor. Embrace your end, the fallen, heretic. Lord your demise, heretic.
Fusion Burst Mode has a bunch of multi-target components. Don't fully rely on ST calculations for value. Interesting. Okay. Read below. This is a single target calculation. Well, I guess attack elements do better, so that's great. Although double element seems to pale a lot more in comparison, when we see fusion burst compared to rupture mode. Therefore, going attack and element is still the better option for Imath if you plan to use both fusion burst and rupture Imath. Gapper's a little sad today because you're near a doctor. Why? Why sad? 3 cents. Hello, Y6. Thank you for the 3 stream streak.
道を見つけるまで星々は黙したまま。
Double intro Imus. Daniel Lupa S0R1. Okay, so Lupa is indeed a better teammate compared to Chisa. What about Hiki? For now, Chisa. But then the wheelchair team is like following closely right behind. Interesting. Discussion. Now we're just looking at Aimer's fusion burst and rupture ramp right now. But it's like, I think we were from talking about the Valley of Chisa earlier, which the Valley of Chisa is great, but it's also more like waiting on a better unit in a sense. Hello Didi. Exile with the 5 stream streak, let's go. Thank you, thank you. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone's for those who just joined, hopefully your day has been great. What the hell is this? FCP. What's FCP? Flaming Clawprint. Dania Flaming Clawprint and Lupa Mundid. Very interesting. Aimer's Fusion Burst performance in general cannot be calculated with single target calculations alone. Wait for release or for Viva performance. Interesting. Fusion Burst column only includes the part that gets boosted by multiple enemies. Finally hit over 100k in Matrix. You thought you had to build Aimer's? Nah, with a bunch of S6 resonators, you don't need to build Aimer's. Of course, you should still build Aimer's. Come on now, Excel. Alright. So, yes, Daniel Lupa it is. Then the next best option is Chisa, Daniel Chisa. I do see Lineage Chisa over here. And then we have Changli Lupa. Alright. What about Monier? If you're using Monier here, then might as well go Rupture. Like actually, if you're just using Monier here, might as well go Rupture. Changli, did you hear correctly? You heard and you saw correctly. Changli is right here. You do have S6 but only have Shopkeeper as healer. You don't need Shopkeeper on all teams. Any more questions? Guess Brand is gonna be homeless. Solo Brand. Just Solo Brand. Now you wanna get S3 Monier. S3 Monier is a great choice. You have actually. How does S0 Monier buff work? Oh, we were just on that topic. Well, basically, I guess this is a bit of a sneak peek, right, for AniMar's number of resonators while we talk about Monier. Hello, Zenisper. Sorry for yesterday. It goes somewhere. No problem. No problem. How am I doing? I had a lot of sleep today, so it's all
問
good.
題ありません
I'm feeling quite what do you call that? Energetic. I'm feeling very awake at the moment, so that's great. Okay. So Moni S0. Basically, the buff for Moni, whenever you tune break with someone that has rupture interfered or strain interfered, they take up to 40% damage in the next 8 seconds. In the next 8 seconds. So therefore, with S0 Moniing, you want to be very specific with when you do the tune break on the enemy. For example, for Imerth, you would like to do a tune break and then into the liberation and the 2 enhanced skills right after into the big mecha out. And that is all a DPS window cramming into 8 seconds so that she can get her full buff from the increase in 40% damage. Same with Luke. Luke, you want to tune break right before you cast his second enhanced skill, so that his Gavel Earthshaker thing, where he throws the Ichor down and explodes it into the ulti after, also benefits from this 8-second buff. That is how Moni S0 works. And why S1 becomes so much better is simply because you can kind of Unga Bunga with an extra 150%. So this just makes S1 Moni like, alright, I don't need to care when I can tune break. Yeah, just get her S1. And also with S1, you don't need to worry about, oh, do I have rupture interfered or strain interfered? At S1 it's just tune break, that's it. As long as you tune break, that's it. S1 removes the limitation of requiring Imerth, requiring Luke, requiring Linne to be on the team. Hello Hippo, how are you doing today? So yeah, honestly, very very high value sequences for Resonators would be S1 Shopkeeper and S1 Moni. Look, Sanhua Moni works just fine. Exactly. Look, Sanhua Moni works just fine. When it's Imer's turn, tune break the enemy as close as you can before Exo Strider Sword descend. Basically, pretty much. Pretty much. S1 Moni works in any team. Exactly. S1 Moni works in any team. You don't have to worry about whether it's Rupture or Strain or whatever. Just be like, alright, S1 Moni, go. You have your 40% buff for everyone. Just tune break. That's it. I must transform. So just free 40% more damage? Yes, pretty much. Pretty much. Hopefully you're lucky enough to get S1 Moni then. Good luck. Any other questions? 90 pulls for both Hiyuki and S1 Moni. That's very hopeful. Good luck. Actually, good luck. You see peak account? Gapple's confident. How good is S2 Moni for Luke? S2 Moni for Luke? S2 Moni.
エネルギーレベルエネルギーレベル構成の正確度
All nearby resonators in team gain crit damage increase against 32.
問題あり
Okay.
ません
How good? I guess it's a nice increase in damage. But should you go crit rate for cost and 100% crit rate for Luke? That depends on your playstyle. For me, I actually do prefer having more crit rate. So I kinda do like more crit rate. Of course, it depends on whether you're able to hit the 100% crit rate, right? So let's say, if I have the chance or I have the choice of choosing between 270% crit damage, 75-ish percent crit rate, versus like 240 something crit damage and 90% crit rate, I probably would go with 270 because 70%, 90%, if I miss, I miss, and if I miss at 90%, it feels like shit. Might as well go with 75% and be like, alright, if I miss, fuck it. But if let's say that 90% is actually 100%, so 100% crit rate and 240% crit damage, hell yeah, I'm taking the 100% because remember, every time you miss a crit, that is your whatever 200+% crit damage stat going to waste. It's not, if it's not critting, it's cosmetic stat. Gonna be crazy if you use Dania S6R5 with S3 Moni and Imer's team. Dania, the DPS, right? Your Imer's gonna be level 1. Get a double Moni using anniversary luck buff. Good luck with that. You have returned. Welcome back, Nico. Invest 100% crit rate. Look, yeah. So this is up your preference. Whether you want 270, 70, or 240 something or 230 something and 100%. But if you are going for the 100%, make sure you go for the 100%. Otherwise, when you miss the crit, you're gonna feel like shit. Oh, Moni is from New Federation? Okay, never knew that. A request? A request for? Request what? Remember missing all crit on Carlotta out at 97% crit rate exactly. And with 97% you're 97% crit rate, you're missing all the crits. Just like shit. I am a Moni team and whom without Linne? Who do you have? You can run Lupa. You can run... I mean, Jianxin is a choice. Not exactly the best choice. You can run Changli. Solo Jianxin run this account. Last TOA, last floor maybe. How about no? You didn't build Jianxin. My account review still full until June? Yes, still full until June. Side tower? No. Jianxin is not built, Gapple. What the fuck do you mean do a Jianxin run when the Jianxin is not built? Hello? What the hell, man? How about you build your Jianxin then I talk about it? Lupa is gonna be Aimer's Fusion Burst team with Dania? Yes. Yes. Based on the calculations over here, Dania Lupa S0R1 double intro into Aimer's is the best team to use for now. And then if you're, for some reason, you're using a Dania on Flaming Claw Princess along with Lupa on Moonlit, be slightly worse but still pretty okay, then the next option would be Dania and Chisa. But of course, if you're Lupa is stuck with Brent and Changli and you don't want to remove that team, then Dania Chisa is your option. Dania is basically 90% confirmed to be Furious Burst support for Aimer's. She can also work with Luke. See? Dania, Monier, the best case for Luke, followed by Linne. So it depends, right? It depends on where and how you want to use Dania. If you really want, if you're a Luke enjoyer, probably you'll be using Dania with Luke. If you're an Imerth enjoyer, you're going to be using Dania with Imerth. And for some reason, if you want Dania to be DPS, that one I'm not too sure. Are we analyzing Aimer's Dania calculations? We are kind of just looking at it. Not really analyzing per se, but just more like looking at it. Dania has tune support? Yes. Yes. Gapple, selective blindness, and JW feet wanted found by Orinoco again. GG. Dania lineage should work better because of tune breakpoints, even more if you build Dania on new tune break set. Not by much. Wait, for who? For Imeth? For Luke? Interesting. Look, Heaven's eating good, yes. I guess it should work better. Your Daniel will be doing a bit more damage. But I really don't know about this one. Maybe. Daniel Strain locked the morning now. Oh. Who's gonna use the upcoming second Sonata set? Pretty sure Dania. Ay. Why is this so zoomed in? This one is Hiyuki's one. This one should be the inflicting tune rupture, shifting or strain, rupture or strain, tune break boost. By 20 for 30. Like, I guess this would be Dania's set if you're using for Luke. Lock it to off tune, build up. Well, rip. This set's so bad you can just 3-3-1-1-1 and move on. Reload Splice can be used on Lineage 2. Can, but not really the best usage. Honestly, if you were to tell me to use that, I would tell you forget it. Might as well just use the... Where the hell is that? It's all the way at the bottom. Might as well just use Pack of Neon Light Leap. It's much better. It's actually just much better. Hello, Y6. And then... I guess Moonlit might still be better if you... You hope Dania can deal damage. Not looking good. I don't think it's looking good either. Let's see. What are her calculations? I don't see a lot of damage multipliers. That's something very glaring. Like the skill, not a lot of damage multipliers. Liberation, not a lot of damage multipliers. This one, intro, not a lot of damage multipliers. Forte circuit, not a lot of damage multipliers. But question is, how many ticks are we getting? Moonlit still carrying sub DPS. Yes. shoehorning in both Hiyuki and Denya. Think something bad is happening inside Kuro games for such things to be popping out. Wait, what's shoehorning? Forced into an inadequate space. To be forced to be included. Oh. I see. A lot of forcing of kids. Maybe it's because of a change in director into someone who is just super money minded and shit. I don't know. Giving the same buff, but without the need of money. Attack interval of erosion field is reduced to 3 seconds. That is very, very... What? Probably why the anniversary patch isn't satisfying. Hiyuki got nerfed? If Kuro fumbles of Edge Runners collab, it'll be time to look for a new game to play. Slay the Spire. Time to switch genre. Slay the Spire. And then wait for something else. Alright. We actually need to do a count review. Last question. What does Daniel S1 to 3 do? I have no idea. Just increase crit damage. Immunity interruption for certain actions. And then I don't know what is this. And I don't no idea what is this. S2 is Fusion Burst. Inflict Fusion Burst. Fusion damage bonus increased by 50% for 15 seconds. So it's Danya's more of a support. Fusion Burst triggered on enemies near gains 1 degenerate void matter. Okay. Each stack it causes Danya to ignore 1% of fusion resist. So Danya gains 10% fusion resist in Fusion Burst mode. When she's in Tune Strain mode, her Vortex Circuit is enhanced. Where Tune Break boost is increased by 20. So this is still buffing. Off tune level increased by 100% of the max. Effect can only be triggered once per 300 seconds on the same target. Great. Damage multiplier of Resonance skill increased by 40%. And then S3 is multiplier of Liberation increased by 80%. I have no idea what the fuck this is. What's 5 Dark Cause? Bruh. Okay, sure. Don't know, don't understand. I need to play the character to actually understand. Inherent skill, enhanced, amazing. Okay, cool. Increase damage multiplier of this skill by a lot. Maybe that's your so-called DPS Dania at S3. Maybe. I still doubt so. More self-buff than team buffs. Yes, this is self-buff. This is team buff. Technically can still buff self, I think. And then this is self-buff. Fusion resist ignore so useless. Used to be 100% multiplier. Oof. Okay. They added fusion resistance to make resistance to make Lupa worthless. Like Chu and Shisa. Seems like it. Alright, let's do a card review. There's a lot of questions today. Wow. Actually crazy. 30 minutes worth of questions. Was not expecting a lot of questions, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Hello Rovers and welcome back to another Ruwa account review. Today we are reviewing AniMar's account. Let's see. First things first. Star paths intertwine. Ooh. 696 days. Very, very nice number. Gallery? I mean, we saw earlier, kind of. 38 out of 46 is still a pretty good amount of resonators, with a lot of them being near the early 2 point something. Don't see Augusta, we don't see Yuno, we don't see Chisa, Moni, Luke, or Sigrika. So AniMar, did you like start saving up for these resonators later on, or what happened? Or you pulled some of them during their reruns instead? Which doesn't look like it. Maybe Chikuno is. Saving for morning, very, very good choice. Maybe they quit? What do you mean maybe they quit? How is 696 days quit? What do you mean maybe they quit? Yes, maybe they quit for 1 day and then they came back. Yes. Tourist login days. They quit on post. I think so. Maybe because Imeth has what do you call that? Has this enhanced skill, which means sequences. You guys, 6 7 days. Aye. Brain rot number. Alright, let's jump right in. Okay, attack looks fine. Could use a little bit more. Energy is great, crit rate is great, crit damage is great. Liberation of 51.6, so that's pretty good. Everbright Polestar S1 R1. Is the S1 lucky? Or is it from Corals? Level 10, all skills, amazing. Lucky, damn. I can't relate. Alright, wow. This is effective 5-5, pretty good. Another 5-5, pretty good. 4-5, 4-5, and 3-5. Alright, you know what? I don't think you should. Yeah, I don't think you should work on this. Yes, I know. Kind of just low rollings, but 5-5s difficult to replace. And so I think this I must build, not much to comment, pretty good already. Let's see, what is your tuner situation? Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect number. Okay. That's a lot of gold tubes as well. Very, very nice. So, we are starting off with 2 5-5s already. One effective 5-5 and another that's actually a 5-5. Therefore, 5 points, Imeth. And then plus 2, 5, Imeth. This is a very strong start. Did you realize that? Very, very strong start. My day will come. I can only wish, right? I can only wish. But yeah, this year isn't as good as the last one. Nah, this year is more like just a lot more focused on the story. So I expect a lot from the story. At least I expect to be as peak as 3.1. If not, something's gone to shit. Something's gone wrong. All right. Let's continue on to Linne. Linne has pretty decent attack. Energy is... Do you have problems with this energy? Because I am very certain that this amount of energy feels quite lacking. 122 is where double rotation works. But 117 is kind of oof. Been grinding Linne Echo, still no luck. Alright, well, good luck with that. Crit rates is... The crit rate and crit damage are okay. Basic of 19.5. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Spectrum Blaster, S0, R1, level 10, all skills. Alright, pretty good. Here 3 cards again. Oh, wow, this is very, very hopeful. 3-5. Technical 4-5. 4-5, 4-5, and 3-5. It's either you replace this one or you replace this one. I do believe replacing the Hyvatia is better. She should skill more on attack compared to basic. And therefore, let's see, do you have... Okay, well, Linne just break below 130 energy. So 122 works just fine if you know how to do a double skill rotation in Linne's rotation. 130 is only when you're doing just one skill rotation. So that depends on your playstyle. So honestly, get the energy here, and I do think your Linne should have enough energy to work with already. This is the energy, this is the energy, yep. Replace 4 cost, yeah, pretty much the 4 cost, right? It's not like you can replace this one. This one's pretty good. This one is only like much later. Attack percentage is usually better than basic, unless it's certain resonators like Zani. So Linne lacking the energy, so not giving that 1 point. Shopkeeper 37k. This seems to be... Crit damage is what? Variation? Variation? Yeah, variation. But crit damage is what? Okay, so... level 10 all skills. You really consider double skill though? Double skill 122. Once single skill 130. Anything lower than 122 is very, very difficult. I see, so it's healing bonus. Wait. You don't really need the healing bonus. Should have gone crit damage, but since your healing bonus is already 4-5, you know what? Leave it. 3-5, 4-5. Wait, no, 3-5. We don't count the crit rate. 3-5 and 3-5. Alright. Not bad. Just a little bit wasted. Healing bonus in this economy. This is definitely a 1 point something economy. Healing bonus for Verena works, right? Because Verena either skills or attack percentage or healing bonus. But for... Or more like Verena skills on attack percentage, but she's not doing much damage, so that's why healing bonus is just also works fine with Verena. While Shopkeeper is either crit damage or HP, so that you can actually maximize your special intro right here. So I mean, going healing bonus, you already have 4-5 there. You know what? Forget it. Just leave it. Just leave it. People found by Freaky Zanny. GG. Okay, moving on to Gelbrena. Gelbrena with 118 is a little bit on the edge.
My blade, purge all heretic.
It's barely there. So if you miss any attacks, her next rotation is kind of bricked. The attack is... If this is signature, the attack is a bit low. Crit rate is fine and crit damage is great. AV of 35.2. Ooh, that's really good heavy. Lux and Umbra. At 0, R1. Level 10, all skills. Very nice. And then let's see. Okay, 3-5 attack percentage. That's the attack. So that means these are your two attacks. And then after that, the rest shouldn't have. 4-5, 3-5, 4-5, and 4-5. Okay. Yeah. I mean... Wait, let's see. You don't have Children, right? I don't remember seeing a Children, so I guess there is indeed no Children. If you don't have a plan on pulling Children, this is good enough. Because without Children, you are likely using Brenna with Motefi. Or you're doing some Galbrena mono fusion. But I do believe you're actually using Galbrena with Motefi, right? Galbrena Lupa Parent. What about Changli though? What's Changli gonna do? Collecting dust, I see. If you're using Galbrena, Lupa, and Bren, I think you could put a little bit more focus on attack percentage instead of heavy. So, these are gonna be difficult to change. Maybe you don't even want to change them. This one's a maybe, but maybe not. But basically, thing about Galbrena is that because her BA1 to BA3 is heavy. But then when we are talking about BA4 and BA5 in her enhanced demon hypostasis state, it does echo skill, and that is where your heavy attack damage becomes cosmetic. So in a mono fusion rotation, you're likely going to be using like BA1 to 5, and then after that continue on from BA3 to 5. So whenever you're doing the BA4 and 5 and doing echo skill damage, all this heavy roll here is pretty much not being utilized, which could have been rolled into attack percentage instead. So this is more of a min-maxing thing, or unless you're actually using Galbrena with Motefi. If you're using Galbrena with Motefi, then your focus on her rotation will be more on the heavy attack side of things, and that's where the heavy actually comes to play a lot. So it depends on your playstyle, depends on whether you want to or not, but I do think that this Galbrena is... I mean, she's like kind of there already. Just needs... it just needs more attack if you're actually planning on still using Galbrena with mono fusion. But in terms of stats alone, yeah, this is like 5 points for Galbrena in terms of highlighted, so pretty alright, Belova. Alright, pretty alright attack. Crit rate, great, 94 on field. And close to 280 crit damage, pretty good. Resonance of 22.9. Okay. S1R1. Interesting. Okay. Level 10 all skills. And we do not count the Liberation. Liberation is cosmetic. Like, because you're never gonna use Liberation. So this is 3-5. This one you can definitely replace. This is technical 3-5, but the flat attack's not really gonna do much here. So we pretty much replace this. This is also just a 2-5 double crit. We don't count Liberation. And this is a grade 4-5. And a grade 4-5 as well. Which would have been a 5-5 for literally everyone else. Too bad Frolova doesn't need energy. So rework on this one, rework on this one. Get attack percentage, get the skill. So the reason why I say Liberation doesn't work with Frolova is because for her own Liberation, the Hecate attacks, they are considered as echo skill damage. You do have the same echo with ER55. Yeah, it would have been a 5-5 for everyone else, but not Frolova. And that's what makes Frolova difficult to build. Or like to get 5-5. Easier to build, but difficult to get 5-5. Perfect echo. Okay, anyways, so the Hecate considers echo skill damage. Yeah, she's easier to build, but much more difficult to get perfect 5-5. That's what I meant. Because if you want to get a perfect 5-5, it should look like double crit, attack percentage, resonance skill, and flat attack. Those are the only 5 stats she needs. It's like the same as Sigrika, where she only needs all those 5 stats, except for you replace the resonance skill with energy. Yeah, so anyways, Hecate in her outstate does echo skill damage. The only time where she does that so-called liberation is when you do Curtain Call. And Curtain Call is when you manually cancel the liberation, which you would not ever want to do that. For her intro skill, it does base off resonance skill damage, and for literally everything else like Scarlet Coda, resonance skill damage, and then all her enhanced attacks as well are also considered as resonance skill damage. So that's why liberation is, although highlighted, not a stat you want to use on Frolova. And therefore, these two are pretty much just 2 5s. Alright, well, time... I guess this is 1 point, 2 point... 3 point. 3 points Frolova. If you had to see 5-5 Echo and probably spend like 20 to 30k tuners, gee, that's a lot. Is Echo skill damage different from Echo damage? Echo skill damage is also Echo damage. But now where is it? There, see? Echo skill damage bonus. Basically, Echo skill damage bonus is Echo damage. It's like the same as calling resonance skill damage. It's just resonance skill damage. Still less than Kartatia. Changed the build 3 times already. Damn. I mean, Kartatia is the blessed maiden for a reason. Moving on to Lupa. Okay. Now this is a thing that is really dependent on your gameplay and how good you are at quick swapping. So AniMar, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you at quick swapping? 5. Is it a humble 5, or can you actually quick swap on mono fusion team really heavily? Honest 5, okay. Which means you can do some quick swap, but probably not on the level of heavy quick swapping for mono fusion team, which is alright. So that means the energy that I would recommend for you would be around 116. 108 is possible if you're doing quite a bit of heavy quick swapping on a mono fusion. Other than that, the other stats look pretty fine. The attack's great, the crit rate is great. Crit damage seems to be low rolling a bit. Liberation is 25.8, so yeah, all the other stats are fine, just the energy. Ages of Harvest is an interesting choice, but it does work. S0 Ages of Harvest, okay, level 10 all skills, very nice. And let's see. 4-5, low rolling, mostly low rolls actually. Technical 3-5, but pretty much just a 2-5. Flat attack is nice stat to have, but not a stat that really influences your overall stats by a lot. 4-5, alright. Technical 4-5 and 4-5. So I do recommend changing this out for one with energy, and then I think this should be good enough already. Because all your Lupin needs is just one more energy roll. If you get an 8%, she will be at 116, and you should not face any out issues during her rotation after that. As for the others, because they are all like 4-5, right? Not worth changing. And so, yeah, just change this one, keep the attack percentage, change this one to double crit plus energy, and your Lupa build is almost there. Unless you want to min-max for more... Unless you want to min-max for more damage. Just low rolling. Low rolling. Sounds okay. And low rolling. Moving on to Carthethia. 48.4k HP, little bit under the 50k threshold. Energy is more than enough, 120% is honestly more than enough. 74.3, that's great crit rate. Crit damage is also looking to be a bunch of low rolls. Basic is 28.1 and liberation of 1 lowest roll. Defy Storm, S0 R1, level 10 all skills, okay. Let's see. Wow. This is low roll, man. Low roll ND. But, okay, technical 4-5. 4-5, lowest roll again. 4-5. Okay, this one's pretty good. 4-5, low rolling again. And 3-5. Your stats are definitely there. But it's also like lacking a bit. So this is more towards min-maxing already if you want to. Carthethia doesn't need that much energy unless you're trying to do some solo Carthethia runs. Solo Carthethia runs is when she needs 130%. If you're never doing any solo Carthethia runs, 120 is enough. Like 116 to 120. And that means you could definitely reroll this one, because this would be more of a technical 3-5 with the liberation low rolling. Crit damage, like 2 lowest rolls here, 6.4 and 12.6, and this is low rolling. Remember, Lions, the last time you used Carthethia? Nani? Carthethia is still so good though. But I guess if you're not using Carthethia, then it's fine. Wait, you still do need to use her in End State Matrix, right? Guess we can take a look at your End State Matrix later. And I should actually note it down because I always forget. I always freaking forget. Look at AniMar206 End State Matrix for Carthethia. Alright, so you do use her in Matrix. Yeah, so this is, if you do use her in Matrix, then might be worthwhile to consider min-maxing for Carthethia at least. The way how I do my or build my resonators, assuming that we have enough tuners to work with, of course, after you're done building the latest unit that you have, would be check if the DPSs need any more work. If they are functional enough, move on to the sub DPSs. If the sub DPSs are functional enough so that I don't have any rotation issues, for example, getting their outs every rotation, that's where I move back to the DPSs to actually start min-maxing them. So just make sure the key idea is to make sure everyone's functional enough first before we move on to actually min-maxing the shit out of everyone. And so therefore Carthethia right now is just min-maxing stage, right? But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is still functional Carthethia. So this is 5 points Carthethia. You can never have enough tuners, neither can I. I will never have enough tuners. You do like min-maxing S6 characters? You have, so maybe this is your problem. You can never have enough tuners if you do a lot of min-maxing. If you're just slap it, whack it, plus 25, call it a day, no matter how big the echo is, you have more than enough tuners. We have seen some people with kind of brick-looking echoes, with like a lot of tuners. Yeah, so this is an example of a Chakona, or like a sub DPS, who is going to have out rotation issues. And that is where you're kind of like, okay, I should focus on the sub DPSs with energy issues. And this is probably one of the times where I can use Hippo's favorite catchphrase, and energy 3 cost will save this build. But seriously, Chakona is one of those who needs the 130% energy. Like straight up 130%. Anything lower is going to be a lot more difficult to work with, unless you can do some quick swaps. This attack's great though. Crit rate is kind of crit fish, and crit damage is great. Heavy 0, Liberation 9.4. Chakona can kind of use the heavy, not a lot, but can. Static Miss, oh boy. So that's all the energy from the Static Miss, alright. S0 Static Miss. Level 10. All skills. I see, this is Technical 3.5. 3.5 are low roll crits. Technical 3.5 again. 3.5 low rolls. And 2.5. Hello Dragon Life, how's it going? It's going pretty alright. We had a pretty long discussion before the account review. How are you doing today? Anyways, you can not min-max, but you can reroll this one. You don't min-max this one, just reroll this one for the energy. And reroll this one for the energy. And then this should be good enough for 120-ish. Wait, 130%. Because all you need, because you're using Static Miss, all you need is 18% energy here. Which, if let's say you roll 8% here and 10% here, you have that energy. But let's say if you do roll 8 and 8% here, you're still kind of close, which can work. So as long as you get the 2 energy here is good enough. Yeah, Chakona's brick. Like, Chakona's actually bricked on the energy. For all the other stats, doesn't matter as much, just make sure she has the energy first. Before you start looking into, oh, I want the double crit here, I want the liberation or the attack here. Anyways, for Chakona, actually double arrow is much better. But I mean, you already have one attack, 1 arrow, so just leave it for now. Don't really min-max Chakona, just get her energy first and then go and min-max your DPSs before you look into sub DPSs. So Chakona needs more energy. Crit rate could be better. Moving on to Zani. Zani is 2.5k attack. This is really high attack unless she's using 1 attack, 1 spectral, which you should not. Energy is great, more than enough. Crit rate, okay, so this is 4 cost crit rate. Crit damage is there if you're using 4 cost crit rate. Honestly, I do feel that Zenny should be using crit damage 4 cost instead, but we shall take a look at it later. Heavy is 15.7. Not a lot of heavy. Blazing Justice S0 R1, level 10 all skills. Hello Yuki, how's my day been? My day's been pretty good. I slept quite a lot today, so I'm feeling quite awake now. Alright, well, this is 3.5. Okay, pretty good. That's the crit rate, which you don't really need. But still 3.5. Kind of a 4.5. But because it's attack percentage, not really. 4.5, okay. And 4.5. So the thing about Zani is that you do want double spectral. This is difficult. This is actually difficult. Yeah, this is actually difficult to replace because it's a 4.5. Problem is you're also missing out a lot on the damage for Zani. How to participate in account review? Very simple. Wait for me to reopen the account submissions, which probably will be in June, and sign up. But I do think if you can get Spectral, double crit and heavy is going to be more damage than whatever you have going on here. Simply because Zani scales off more on heavy than attack percentage. So this is replace later. Functional, but could be more. June, damn a lot of wait. Yeah, it's a long wait. It's a long wait. Do you even have? No, you don't have crit damage. Hiya, no crit damage. Let's see if we just equip a no crit damages really. A very clean account. Okay, well, we just equip this first. 44.8, which means if you roll a 6.3 crit here, you would be at 50% crit rate already, which is more than enough, which is also pretty good. Remove the echo because you don't have enough storage, I see. Yeah, so why crit damage Danny is much better is because she can do so much more damage. Pretty much the reason why I prefer crit damage Zani. I mean, if this works just fine for you, that's fine. It's functional. This Zani is definitely functional. Don't need that much energy. So at the end of the day, this is still a technical, or more like an effective 2-5. Zani only needs like 120% energy. So the rest are pretty alright, pretty good. This is just a pity. This one is just a definite reroll. This one is if you want to. So Morning X. 4-point Zani. Morning X has this is just effective 2-5. Moving on to Cantarella. Cantarella with not exactly a lot of energy. 130% would be nicer on Cantarella. I'm pretty sure you face energy issues when you're using Cantarella Frolova in End State Matrix. Oh, Rococo's there as well. Yeah, I guess you're definitely facing energy issues unless you're doing quite a bit of quick swaps in between Cantarella and Rococo. The crit damage looks fine. Attack is just right there. Basic of 18, so it's okay. The other stats are okay. Actually, crit damage seems to be missing one roll. S0, Whispers of Sirens, level 10 everything. Alright, well, technical 3-5, 4-5, 4-5, 3-5, technical 3-5, but low roll. So this 2 is... Okay, bye Kanarin, thank you for tuning into the stream. So this 2 is... You can change it. But before you even consider changing this one, probably change this one for energy. Get more energy rolls on Cantarella. You do want her to be on 130%, so you don't have to worry too much about her energy issues. This one's low rolling, so there's more towards min-maxing if you want to. This one's okay. This one's pretty good already. Unless... Nah, you don't even bother changing this. And then this one is... After, at the end of everything, if you want to get to double crit and energy. If you don't want to, cause tuners... You know, tuners are usually always lacking. Then keep it. The energy is much more important. Moving on to Brent. Brent doesn't seem to be a lot of attack. Energy is barely there. Crit rate is missing 1 for 4 cost crit rate, and actually wait, 1? Maybe 2. I guess it's more of 1. Crit damage seems to be missing 1 roll as well. Basic of 18, there's also not a lot of basic. Oh, okay, Overture. If Overture... then I think this is actually pretty alright. S0 Overture. Level 10. All skills. Okay, well, 3-5. Missing the crit damage, that's the missing crit damage. 4-5, 4-5. 3-5, this is very hopeful, and 2-5. Double energy. You found brand Echo for a month or so, but no luck, so you just forget about it. So this brand is functional, but not the best. This one could use some more rework. Like, get basic or even more energy, and your brand will do more damage. Attack percentage is nice, but because the energy to attack conversion is quite a lot, you don't really need that attack percentage. Going for energy roll is actually better. So this one actually is mostly just this one. This one is more towards min-maxing, but it's just this one. The brand is like 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points. 4 points brand. Which is alright. 4 points brand. Oh, Grandpa Stone as well today, so you can troll. You can have your account reviewed. Freaking silly Neko. Naughty Neko. Phoebe. Okay. Phoebe should be on Moonlit, so I don't think there's much to talk about these stats. These stats are right, like fine. Luminous Hind. S0 R1, level 10 all skills. Yep, Moonlit, so yes, yes, yes. Wow. 4-5. And yes. Just 4-5, but everything is low rolling. Rip. But Moonlit is Moonlit. Not much to talk about Moonlit. Also, they get double energy, so that yeah, it's double energy. So this VB is never ever facing any energy issues. Amazing. Moving on. Rococo, 2.1 key attack. Energy, not exactly enough. I feel that this energy is actually kind of bricked. Kind of do want like 120 to 125-ish. Does she need that much energy, or her damage just doesn't matter? No, her damage just doesn't matter. Like, think about Absolution, not Absolution, but what do you call it? Confession Phoebe is, she's not doing a lot of damage. Confession Phoebe is not doing a lot of damage. So yes, you can min-max her. By the end of the day, a min-max Phoebe is probably gonna give you like 200, 300 more points in end-state matrix compared to a Phoebe with, I guess, a very brick Moonlit set. And that's exactly why her damage just doesn't matter. So unless you're like those kind of guys who are just like, oh, I must squeeze every single point possible in my end state matrix so I can flex my score on my friends. Okay, that's your gameplay style. By all means, go ahead. But for the general public who are like playing the game kind of like casually, not really needed. It's just not really needed. 2.1, yeah, anyways, this Rococo energy is not enough. Crit rate is also not enough. Crit damage is great. The reason why this crit rate is not enough, although usually 65% is where I say it's kind of crit fish, this is exactly not enough because simply Rococo needs 70% in order for Rococo to fully buff her teammates. And so you're missing like some 5.6% crit rate here. Not enough. Tragic Comedy, S0R1, level 10, everything. SC. Wouldn't the Heron be better? The reason why, actually no. The reason why I always go Heron. Yeah, the reason why Heron is always better, simply because Bellborn, you lose that 10% damage boost on the Bellborn after you're hit for 3 times. And chances are there's always some shit ass boss or shit ass enemy that smack the shit out of you, and you're just like, oh well, there goes my 3 times. And then you lose your 10% damage boost for the current team member. And in addition, Belmont buff your current active team member. Heron, on the other hand, can kind of allow you to do some technical quick swapping. Because it's just outro, the next character damage dealt will be boosted by 12% for 15 seconds, and doesn't say swapping off will end this effect early. And that's why I prefer Heron over Belmont most of the time. So if you want to, you can change the Belmont to Heron, get a crit rate Heron, honestly, and just call it a day. Or maybe a crit damage Heron. Roll higher crit rate. More importantly, you do need that energy, so let's see. 4-5. 3-5, kind of low rolling everything. 3-5, this one's much nicer. And 3-5. Okay. I think for Rococo, you can replace this one for energy and double crits, higher crit rolls. Replace this one for higher crit rate roll and energy. Very important. 70% crit rate and try to hit more energy roll. And then your Rococo should be decent enough to, or like just your Rococo will have enough stats to properly buff and use the Liberation. Get all raid nodes for Frolova is really... Wait, what? Me telling you to get all raid nodes way for Frolova is really apparently doing it on mobile is hella easy. Oh, doing it on mobile is easy? Let's go. You know the raid nodes way for Frolova. Amazing. Welcome back, Apple. Minus 10 points for Brick Mamma Mia. Why are we minusing 10 points here? Okay, so Rococo's just need some more work. Carlotta, 2.3k attack. I'm expecting this to be 1 attack, 1 glacial. Energy is great. You have Zhezhi, so there's more than enough energy still. 110% is honestly all that you need with Zhezhi. Crit rate is great, crit damage is great. What's your resident skill? Resident skill of 29.2. So I think this is a pretty decent Carlotta already. S0 out of 1 and level 10 all skills. Alright. Let's see. 4-5. 3-5. Okay. Beautiful 5-5. 3-5 and 2-5. I mean, decent. Could use more attack, but decent enough. So this Carlotta is more towards min-maxing already. For example, this one, yes, 10.515. You don't need that much energy on Carlotta if you're using with Zhezhi, unless you're using Jinxi and Zhezhi. But chances are you're probably not using Jinxi and Zhezhi because I see Ages of Harvest on Lupa. And so Jinxi is most likely retired, and therefore you don't really need that much energy, which means you can replace this one, you can replace this one. They are just double crit echoes. So that means more room for min-maxing. Which means this is 1, 2, 3 points Carlotta. Minus 5 points for not enough crit rate, minus 2 for not on Midnight Veil, and minus 3 for not enough ER. What the hell, man, Nico? What the shit? Okay, 2 point. Energy is completely gone. The attack is great, crit rate is great, crit damage is great, but the energy is completely gone. Basic of 30.4. Red Spring R2. S2 R2. Oh, hello GW, how are you doing today? Camilla energy vanished. I see. Level 10 everything. Okay, well, since you're Camilla's S2, I do highly believe you're still using Camilla to this very, very day, right? Otherwise, what the hell, man? You're not! No! Wasted! Ah. Holy, actually wasted. Technical 3-5, not enough energy. 3-5, 3-5, 3-5, 4-5. I mean, Camellia, your Camellia build is kind of there already, right? You just need to find yourself a Nightmare Crownless and call it a day. And then your Camellia would be perfectly usable since you're also S2. Like, S2. Really wasted if we're not using S2. Current build is not that good. No, the current build is quite okay. It's like, it's not the most stellar Camellia, but it's also not bad. See? Because if we are able to do double Forte Camellia, it's just slightly longer on the Liberation. Why would I rate a Carlotta on static miss 2k attack? Oh, those crit stats are fine with static miss. 130 energy, 30 resident skill damage bonus. Question number 1 is your Carlotta. Does your Carlotta have Zhezhi? If your Carlotta has Zhezhi, all that energy was kind of not really needed. And static miss 2k attack. Static miss 2k attack, the attack is kind of low. So you do have the crit stats, not the attack stats. You do have a bit of the skill bonus stats. I was talking to you, I see. Most of your version 1 characters are just collecting dust. Time to revive Camellia. You have it as to revive her, come on. Okay, I mean Camellia's Camellia. If you're not really using them, then we just quickly gloss through them, right? Because not much to talk about for version 1 resonators if you don't even use them anymore. No Crowlers -1. Yeah, no Crowlers -1. No Zhezhi. Okay, then I guess your Carlotta is good enough. Like your Carlotta is good enough. Hello Monday. Mondays on YouTube. Interesting. How are you doing Monday? Really waiting for Zhezhi rerun till this date after first anniversary. Let's face it, she's not coming back. Unless we're returning to Huanglong, maybe. Maybe. Like actually maybe. Not Monday. But your username says you hate Monday. Not me? Okay. Okay, hello not Monday. What the hell? Thank you for the water. Right, so Camellia no longer used. So yeah, I mean 4 points Camellia no longer used. Monday hilarious. No, it's not Monday. I'm new first time here. Okay, not Monday. Okay, training gauntlets. Not much to talk about for Xiang Li Yao. The skills not even raised. Okay, Zhezhi, augment. Not enough crit rate, but I don't think you're using. Wait, you're probably still using her. Okay, if you're still using her, then oops, didn't mean to click off. Well, if you're, I guess you're still using Zhezhi with Carlotta, but that means this crit rate is not enough. For Empyrean to work, you need at least 70% crit rate. Let's see. Therefore, missing the crit rate, you need it. Definitely, you have to replace this one, or you just get a crit rate for cost and call it a day. Missing the crit rate, okay, you know what? With all these missing crit rates, just get a crit rate for cost. You should have enough crit rate to actually keep this attack buff up. Rose, can you stop spilling the tea? You know what? Let me try. Rose is cursed. Rose is actually cursed. It's either she spills the tea or she forgets the tea bag every single time. You know what they say? Third time's the charm, right? Okay, never mind. Fuck that shit. What do you mean? How are you spilling the tea again? What about me? Yeah, everyone's spilling the damn tea. The tea command's broken. The tea command is broken. Why is everyone spilling the tea? Hello? This Debbie remove everything else. You can't play not playing MSD. What's MSD? Anyways, yeah. So this has the crit rate, has the crit rate, has the crit rate. Honestly, it's either you roll crit rate here and you roll crit rate here, or alternatively just get a crit rate for Ghost Call of the Day for 这只. Most important thing for 这只, you need 70% crit rate on Empyrean Anthem. That's about it. Mongil Star Drive. Who's playing Mongil Star Drive? Because I am very sure I don't even roll. I don't play Mongil Star Drive. You see Jiyan, Rose is excited. But Rose, I can tell you no. No. Okay, this Changli, are you still using her? Monofusion? No, you're not, because you said Galbrena, Lupa, and Brent. So this Changli, I don't think you'll be working on her. Open attacks fine, energy's great, crit rate, crit damage, great. Skill 8.6, not a lot of skill. Liberation of 1 roll as well. Blazing Brilliance, damn. Okay, S0 R1, level 10 all skills. Technical for 5, because we do count the energy for the liberation. I wonder why the game doesn't count that. 4-5 as well. This is just 2-5, highest crit damage roll, 3-5, and 2-5. I see. Wait, I don't see. Nani? I see. So this attack is just 1 attack roll, which is not really good. Okay, well, this Chang-Li's brick. She only has the double crit stats, a little bit of the liberation, a little bit of the attack, and everything else is just a little bit of everything else. So since you're not using Chang-Li anymore, I think you can just leave it like that. No point reworking echoes on a resonator that you don't use. So Chang-Li, not used. Moving on to Jinxie. Jinxie GG energy attack is because of this one, Ages of Harvest. It's still GG energy. You have enough crit rate. Damage there. Skill of 7.1. Okay, Autumn Trace, but we know it's Ages of Harvest until, except that you don't use it anymore. Level 10 of skills. How do I like the screenshot you sent yesterday? Absolutely fucking disgusting. Like, bro, what the hell? 3-5, 3-5, okay, 2-5, 3-5. Actually, not even 3-5. This is just technical 3-5. We don't count the liberation. And technical 4-5. Alright, yeah, okay. This Jinxie has seen better days, not used anymore. So Jinxie goes under not used. And time to see. Abby can't get into the top 5 for a reason. Ben who? Why is Chang-Li locked with 270? Because Chang-Li brick. Yeah, I was in Zenny's chat, right? What was it, Zenny? Yeah, I think it was Zanny because now didn't stream yesterday. So Zanny, you were like saying something about the top 5 wounds to everything. Crazy. Okay, I think the attack looks fine. The energy though, actually GG. Crits are fine. Heavy is 10.1. Brilliant Summit. S. You even have Z and S1, and you're not using him anymore. Level 10 of skills, okay. Dash unfollow me, disrespect to Shangli. Alright. Danny S6? No. No S6. 3-5, 3-5, bricked 5, 3-5, and just double crit 2-5. Okay. this GN is also very bare minimum. Alright, so GN's GN. Not using him as well, right? GN not used. Then let's put S6 Shopkeeper. Nah. Compared to all the other GNs, you're happy to see this. Are your standards that low, Rose? Rose. GN getting shot end of luck. Can you say not used for avoiding point reduction? No. Point reduction is for those with cursed builds. So let's just say, for example, if the GN is somehow on Carapace main slot, and is actually being used, then I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is this? then point reduction. You guys have made your standards drop with all these account reviews. Monday's GN's peak. I drink water like hot tea because it's ASMR water drinking. And then Monday on YouTube says stop calling her not Monday. But you said it's not Monday. So I'm supposed to call you not Monday, no? Sip water. Okay, I shall do a silent water sip. I high-key doubt it picked up anything. Just call you another Monday? Okay. Okay, another Monday. Yeah, the only reason why I'm sipping water is so that y'all can actually hear the sip water. Otherwise, the only time you can hear the so-called water is me opening my water bottle and drink. That's all you're gonna hear from sip water. Alright, on to Verena. Verena, this energy seems to be a bit low if you have S2. Okay, S1. S1's perfectly fine. Why do I keep clicking on the cross button? S2 Verena needs 230% energy, so I think it's a good idea to start prepping for an S2 Verena. Variation, okay, level 10 everything. Damn, you even level 10 everything for Verena? It's kinda crazy. Okay, sure. You need energy. You probably just roll 2 energy rolls and 230 is enough. Her bottle clank, chair, move, door open all the time. Yes. Because bottle clank is loud. Chair move is also loud. Door open is also loud. But me drinking water is soft. And that's not that's not me purposely keeping it soft. I've just been trained that way. Sometimes door footsteps. That's because my slippers are sticking onto the floor. My slippers are rubber slippers. Okay, yes, okay. Use straw. I don't have a straw.
一緒に探検ごっこしてさ。
Encore, Jinjo Keeper. I don't think we should care too much about this. Yes. I don't think you care about this. Level 6, level 7, everything is. What the hell is this? S4? Oh my god. Losing so many to S4 Encore is kinda diabolical. I still haven't answered your question. You see why Verena is S2? Verena's not even S2, Verena's S1. What do you mean I still haven't answered your question? I kinda did, didn't I? I said the bottle clank and the chair moved door open is loud. And then for the footsteps is because my slippers are rubber. 44111 encore good. I have no idea. I have no idea. Did you even ask that question? I've not seen that. How about you try it, huh? Okay, I mean, of course, Encore. Encore the echo holder. I mean, only good echo worth keeping is probably this one. I guess this one. This not really. Okay, not really. So is it exactly echo holder? No. Encore's encore? Yes. Encore's encore. 44111 is a cheap build, quote unquote cheaper build, because you can reach the required crit stats requirement with 44111. But you're lacking the fusion bonuses. And 44111 is way too high bonus with required attack. What do I mean way too high bonus which required attack? Around 32%? No, what do you mean? I guess 44111 only makes sense if you're actually using it with Lupa, right? If not, the fusion bonus doesn't really make sense. Why 230 energy on S2 Verena? Because S2 Verena has 2 stacks on the skill cast, and Liberation. No, with the 2 stacks on the skill cast, your Verena rotation becomes a lot shorter. And with a lot shorter time on the field, Verena actually needs 230% so that her ult can come back just in time for the rotation to complete. The best thing to use or to do is to experiment with 44111 on Encore, and then you see the damage for yourself. I can tell you usually 44111 is not the best unless it's for certain resonators. AKA Cartethia. I guess maybe for S6 Camellia, that one I'm really not too sure. But I do know that S1 GC uses 44111, really? I thought it's S6 GC or some shit. Your full screen about to come off. Why is everything breaking down for GW? The heck? Okay, Aero Rover. What? Hero Rover is nothing? Yes, S1 GC. Okay. Didn't know that. Thought it was like S6 GC. Well, Rover is nothing, and even if you do have anything with Rover, probably like Rejuvenating Glow, so not much to talk about. Swap Echo with Phoebe. Okay, yeah, okay, well. the Art of Theft. We don't encourage Art of Theft. So honestly, should just equip whatever. And just equip whatever. And call it a day. Okay, so Rover's Rover. End State Matrix doesn't allow the sharing of echo sets nor weapons. That's why we don't encourage Art of Theft. Yoo-hoo, why is Yoo-hoo at level 90? What? Is it Lingering Tunes Yoo-hoo when it actually worked? That's the only with level 111. Encore, Verena, Yoo-hoo back then. Ah, I see. Okay. The Powerpuff Girls. Zai! Zenny's here. Quickly, spam Heretic.
Purge all
Heretic. Heretic is here. Okay, so I don't think there's much to talk about Yoo-hoo.
Transgressor.
Dungeon. Not much to talk about her. Her skills are also level 6, so it's definitely no solo dungeon. Sanhua, Emerald of Genesis. I mean, sure. Overture also works pretty well on Sanhua. But I don't think anyone needs to use Overture.
Transgressor.
Hey, Moonlit. Not much to talk about this Moonlit. Level 8, okay. That's 6, right?
Heretic.
I need to stop clicking on that X button. What the hell, man? Mortefi, okay, Cadenza, Moonlit. He should have his own set of Moonlit when you actually do need it, otherwise it's kind of bricked. Oh, you got a ghost study. Alright, bye Yuki. Thank you for tuning into the stream. You have a good studying session. The ulcer in your mouth is still around. It's been 3 days. You're gonna salt it alive. Try to use
Transgressor.
Toothpaste. If toothpaste works, I guess toothpaste does work, right? Baiju. If your cast of resonators is... Oh, there we go. Freaky Zenny. Freaky Zenny. Alright, anyways, for Baiju, if you ever do need to use Baiju, that means your resonator roster is very, very large. And you probably will be using her with people that don't even matter that much. Yang, level 80. Okay, Chixiang. Okay, nothing. Calchero. Nothing. S2, Calchero, Lingyang. Let's see, what's this? Kao is also S2. Jianxin, look at that. God damn it, man. S6 Jianxin. Yeah. Maybe you need to let Jianxin roll your echoes for that feng shui. S6 Jianxin plus 5. What's this? Plus 5 pity points. Bulling's a great resonator or like a great support. In fact, I would actually recommend Bulling over Baiju. Her Ultra skill has the same damage amplification buff as you would see on, I think, Verena. Not too sure about Baiju. Is it the same for Baiju? Kind of the same for Baiju, but it's more like Verena's kind of thing right here. So that's why Bulling is pretty good. And you can also use Bulling with Frolova. If like you're doing Bulling, Frolova, Cantarella, and Rococo somewhere else. Or you could use Bulling with Carlotta as well. Lumi, I don't think you'll be needing Lumi. So yeah, Hero, level 1, level 1 as well, and level 1. Okay. And we have reached the end of the Resonator section of account review. What sequence is Bulling? Good question, I didn't check. But I do think this Bulling sequence should be... Okay, S0. S0. Thank you for pulling. Cho Lulu, Cho Lala. Interesting. Wait too fast? What do you mean wait too fast? Chulu? No, they're Cho. Not Chulu. Alright, let's take a look at end state matrix. Hmm. What? I mean, this one kind of does make sense with Cos Comanda's Wash, but this one? Really? I think this one is... This one is just wrong placement of units. Like Camilla is Wash, I can understand that, because if you're just doing a single forte, then this score makes sense. This one, really against Nameless Explorer, your Frolova team's not gonna have a fun time against Nameless. And going into Heron as well, hell nah, man. Okay, this one could have used Bullying, honestly, against Sigillum. Okay, so I guess there's a lot more things we need to talk about. Team order, that's number one. Number two is your usage of the resonators themselves. But before we talk about any of them, I am going to head to the washroom. So I'll be right back. It's time for...
Transgressor.
Pew! Pew! Arm cannon! Arm cannon! Pew! 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 Arm cannon! Arm cannon! Pew!
Ow ha ha, ow ha ha, ah ha ha, ah ha ha.
Okay, I have returned. What did I miss? Oh, Rose misses Y6. Where's Y6? Arm cannon. Y'all got the arm cannon. Never mind. You know what? I'll be gone for a little while longer because I'm out of water. No. Be right back.
Da
Okay, I have returned. Very, very nice thing by Imeth. Why is everyone disrespecting Zian? I mean, yes, Zian's kind of prick, but Zian can still do some numbers, right? Zian can still do some numbers. Okay, so let's see, who do you use in tower as well? Zeros a number, some numbers, yeah, some numbers. Not a lot of numbers, but still some numbers. Yeah, okay, you're really, really using all the newer resonators. Okay, well, alright then. So in terms of resonators, 5-5.
ですわ。
Excuse me, I'm kind of burping. 5-5-5. That's 15. Yeah, wait. Hang on, why am I counting echoes? You know what, since I'm here, might as well count echoes first. 5. And then 4 points for Sunny, 4 points for Brand, and then 3 points for the last one because your stuff are not used. Plus 2 for the 5-5 for Imeth. So your Imeth is your best built resonator so far. Maybe with 38 resonators, this is more than enough for 7 teams. Or 6 teams, so you get 7 points. As for the weapon, I do also remember seeing a bunch of signature. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Yeah, 9 even. So you already have all the 11 points for weapons. Now let's talk about your map. What do you have for map? 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. Is it actually 100? Nope, it is not. Missing supply chests. We have some missing hidden supply chests. What about for the High Roy? Tapes of Last Word, missing tapes. But it's alright because Kuro says this 100%, and therefore we take it at face value and give the full 3 points for map. As for tower, towers all 12 crests as we have seen. I mean, what do you 12 crests? 36 crests. So all 12. So 12 points per tower. I save you. You're not to be eaten. Rose is not to be eaten. You necrophiliac apple. Rose is dead Rose. Is Gapple actually necrophiliac? Eh? Should we put Gapple at the top 5 Gunner?
やってみる？こうよ。
Why? Top 5 goons to everything. Never eaten Galkan? What's that? Put you in there too. You gotta ask JW. JW's ranking. But dead roses make really good sweets. Why the hell is caps lock? But it's our date rose. It's not this date rose petals right here. Different rose.
やってみる？
Different rose.
こうよ。
Don't show food. show you. I had to write this piang piang mian, this Chinese word for this delicious looking noodle the other day. But you know what's my favorite type of noodle? It's actually this one called the Lao Shu Fen. I'm not exactly sure what you call it, but I had it today. And it's amazing. It's actually amazing. The sweet sour of the noodles from the Lao Shu Fen. Oh my god. I can find you order some food now. Eat. Why is the picture on the right calling it red noodle? Because it actually directly translated to red noodle. So in Chinese we call it Lao Shu Fen, right? Lao Shu means red. Fen is noodle. So directly translated is just called red noodle. Which isn't exactly the case. I'm not exactly too sure what you call it in English. But noodles are noodles, and noodles are great. Okay, so SSS rank in Whimpering Ways, and that is if I remember correctly, SSS is 10 points. 7.5k is 11 points. 10k is 13 points. Alright. Now let's talk about End State Matrix. Okay, this is a very interesting way to calculate. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 airstrike rewards, and that is 14 points. And then you have this extra one, so it's +1. AniMar, do you play on the PC or do you play on the mobile? Or do you play on something else? PC. Okay. Nice. So that means 86 points. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. That puts you at AniMar. Peak. You know what? Pretty good. Pretty good. Well played. Of course, there's still a lot more room for improvement, but considering all that, yeah, pretty good. Play out the refrigerator. Pictures, if not counted. And therefore, we conclude the prediction outcome with peak/good. Oh, I'm using the wrong account rating. It's fine. You know what? It's much better to keep everything as cinema, peak good, and mid break. People got uncapped point. You know why? Do you wanna take a look at this? All the effective 5/5s. Play on pregnancy test screen. What? You play on toaster? What? Pictures or no proof? These are the uncapped points. We don't talk about the points here because they are definitely getting capped at 30. As for you, I can't even do an uncapped point, even if there's uncapped point. It's not like you have a bunch of effective 5/5s or even 5/5s like that. So no uncapped points for Monday. GG's, is it over already? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much over already. Combine all resonated points? No? No? We don't do that. Okay. Let's talk about the So now the problem with keeping only a few Moonlit sets is that when you get to the later resonators, for example, your I guess it's like after Phoebe and you do need to use Mortefi, then your Mortefi's kind of break with 0 echoes. And at that point, might as well just use demo resonators. But anyways, for Camellia, how's the count? Account is peak. It's peak. Or like, for example, I guess for Rover, right? Aero Rover. Hey, wait a minute, what? Eh? Oh. Oh, no. You shouldn't have used this Echo Skill enhancement. It doesn't benefit. Yes, increase aero damage by 20%, but it's not as good as increasing this total damage by 20%. You should only pick these buffs when you have something that actually shields these buffs. So let's say that 20% more total damage and Spectral Frazzle, that is Comfort plus Chop for Zani. For people who enjoy negative status like Fusion Burst Imus, like Shisa or Calsthesia. This one is about the same as this one because 20% more total damage, and this one, just by increasing their aero damage alone, is going to be weaker than taking 20% more total damage, because you can think of it as more total damage as an additional multiplier after all the damage calculations. So this one, by choosing this one, you're essentially breaking your whole point scoring. Now let's talk about the echoes itself. Like, your Rover has 0 echoes, which could have been better just by simply equipping Rover with a Bellborn. And so, Moonlit Clouds, you see, now because you don't leave any spares for yourself, right? We can't exactly use anything here, and therefore your Rover is just kind of bricked with nothing. We can't even do a 10% damage bonus with a quick cast of a Bellborn Echo just for Cartesia to do more damage. And that's exactly why you kind of do want to keep a few spares, especially for Moonlit, instead of like keeping so many Gilded Revelations, Trailblazing Star, Chromatic Foam. I mean, yeah, you can keep those, but like come on, man. Now, number 2, we talk about the team placement. Team placement when going into Havoc Resistance, you kind of don't want to be using Havoc Resonators into Heron. So what you could be doing here instead is learn your enemies. What I mean by learning your enemies is, okay, I guess if you didn't really look at the tutorial, Sigillum is weak against Echo. So you see, Sigillum gains a stack of course. Each stack of off course makes Sigillum takes 10% more total damage. So in a normal team, you will be taking 30% more total damage after you cast 3 Echo skills. With against Frolova, Cantarella, Churian, Galbrenna. At 5 stacks of this off course, he's gonna take another 30% more total damage. And that means you get 50% plus 30%, and that's 80% more total damage. And what that means is you should and always should try to use an Echo skill heavy team against Sigillum to maximize your points. Save you, please. Why? What's going on? Is Hippo chasing after you? There are so many corners, but Hippo wants Mondays. Aw, so romantic. Look at that. Even I don't save her. Yeah, so it's like you kind of want to learn your enemies to make sure that you maximize your chances of getting edge strikes. Why so delay on chat? I don't know. It is like that. Anyways, what I'm gonna do for you is I am going to restart this. Use Verena over here. Verena on the variation. Okay, good enough. Hadouken Matrix run? Nah. We're just getting the airstrikes. Only S0 R1. No, S1 Imers. S1 Frolova. Why am I doing this with Camellia? Anyways, for Camellia has a lot of potential because you can do double forte rotation with Camellia. How you want to do that is make sure, okay, basically you just swap out Verena like this into Sanhua skill, Liberation, heavy across, back to Verena, and then on to Camellia. Camellia, that's the first intro. Double intro rotation with Camellia, very important. Make sure you get 5 budding stacks and then into Sanhua, cast the skill, cast the Heron, and then now you have 10 budding stacks. Kaboom! And then ulti. Spin into Tune Break, and then spin again into Verena. Verena, swap out to Sanhua, back to Verena, do her basic attack into the skill, and then into Camellia. Camellia, make sure that she spins into the 5 stack, and then back to Sanhua, back to Camellia, double intro, get 10 stacks, and then after that, kaboom, and then Liberation. That's a lot of missing crits, huh? Kaboom then ulti? Yes, kaboom then ulti. So you just repeat this double intro rotation and try to crit more than whatever's going on over here. Kaboom! Very nice kaboom. You see the ulti right there? Big damage. Well, GG damage again. What the hell? And the cross. spin again. But yeah, this run is basically kind of break like essentially a S0R1 Camellia score simply because your Camellia decided that it was not a good time to crit all the hits. Possible without quick swap? No. But this is very light quick swapping. This is actually very light quick swapping. This is on the level of 3 for quick swapping. Simply because if you know how to do. Like if you know how to do your Verena swaps, and Sanhua is literally just gone to the field, skill, liberation, heavy across, and then swap back to Verena. That's it. Yeah, this is like on a level of 2 or 3. And just like that. If you want to see actual quick swap, I can demonstrate it for you. Allow me to show you. This is the quick swap that I know. Anyways, should start with Chang-Li's skill first. Kaboom! Back into Lupa. Lupa plunge. And Lupa take another one. I need to let Chang-Li despawn. I always forget the Nameless Explorer's annoying flying shit. Please go slow. No, this team can't go slow. That's the problem. You should watch in slow motion if you can. Anyways, messed up already because this Chang-Li didn't cast her true sight. So this is like all the things you need to take note of in the quick swapping shit. True sight is still there. Very nice. Where's the crit? Hello. Fly. Anyways, I'm slow here, but it's fine. Fly into boom, and then press ulti. Lupa. Tune break. Into kaboom. And then back to Lupa. Just like that. Astronauts being a little bit naughty by flying in the air. Oh my god, look at that astronaut being naughty again. Flying in the air again. How about you get tune broken? Get out of my sight. Boom. Brent missed his crit. Absolutely fucking disastrous over there. Okay, let the bird fly. Anchor, Lupa, like that. You break the bird so it stops moving around. Boom. Brand, can you stop missing your crit? Oh my god, Brand. What the hell, man? Brand has been missing his crits consistently. What? Scuff run. Scuff run. Brand is missing his crits. Okay. The friend. Tune break the bird, stop it from moving around, kaboom. And this is the last rotation, so we can just make it a little bit longer. Chang-Li's ulti. And Lupa. Nice, Digilum being having to dodge that shit. And there you go. Quick swap. 5k without taking any damage as well. So I think I could do another S6 R5 DPM with Zigrika if I have her. I don't have S6 R5 Zigrika because the whale account that I was given to take account maintenance of has kind of retired from Buwa. Nah, I didn't have enough time to cast Brand's last anchor. But I wanted to get Lupa's forte off. For me, I'm a S0R1 enjoyer. For my main account, that is. And you see, just like that, 2 teams already onto the third boss. And here is where we can use the Proloba team. And here is where you can also use the Echo skill damage. Of course, what I'm gonna be doing here is a bit of quick swapping because I do know that your Rococo and Cantarella has some energy issue, which therefore is actually really needed. Ow! Rude ass Sigillum. Okay, bro. I swear, man, I hate Sigillum with a passion. Okay, can you stop with that shit already? Oh my god. Oh yeah, of course. We are missing. What the fuck was that? Oh my! Rococo getting interrupted in a jump. Fucking Sigillum, bro. Actually, what the hell, Sigillum? Ah. Can we get enough concerto this time around? Thank you very much. Now please do not get interrupted. Thank you. Get out of here, Sigillum. Okay, now from rotation 2 onwards, we will need to do a bit of quick swapping. Time to grind for emotes, nice. Is Gappel going to stream today? Apple streaming? Yes, Apple streaming. Oh my god, bro. Cantarella getting a 40 interrupted. I should have actually the tune broken Sigillum right as Cantarella during Cantarella's 40 instead. So you see how we are slowly running out of energy on Rococo? Yeah, now here's where the problem's gonna start. Same for Cantarella as well.
海のささやきを破滅生命のシンフォニー
Missing one stack. How am I missing one stack? Hello?
三半中に耳を傾けるのよ心だけは白馬にあらず夢中アクロバット捉えられるかしらアンドファンサービスの時間脇役の登場私はここで楽しいわ
You break this shit. Boom. Into ulti.
深淵を飲み込みなさい
And then pew.
アンサンブ
Don't think I can get enough across in time, but okay, yeah. I messed the last bit up. But you see, your Frolova team should be able to do so much more. And now for the last one. I shall demonstrate the Motefi one for the last one. The Motefi, are we still gonna use this one though? Galata Bullying Zezhi. This one, and Aerogober. So Zani, Shopkeeper, Phoebe, and then Jinxi can go with Verena and Yuanwu. Jiyan, your Jiyan's energy is break, so until then you shouldn't use Jiyan with Motefi. Break energy. You'll be doing much better with your Verena anyways. Now this is what you call a little bit of quick swapping. Except that, you know, I forgot something, that your Motefi doesn't have echoes. Actually, it's your Motefi on Static Mist, Cadenza. Static Mist is on Chikona. Okay, so therefore we shall just use Demo Motefi. And why we use Demo Motefi is because they have their own echoes. Which hopefully should be moonlit. Yeah, it is moonlit. Okay, it's good enough. So this is a little bit more quick swapping in between, like for example Gelbrena, the Motefi, back to Motefi.
神聖を授けるヘニュール
Yeah, so you kind of do want to. Motefi, your contributor's right there. What do you mean, Motefi? So this is the heavy rotation part of Gelbrena, where you just only want to be using her tornado like this.
これが心
Instead of using her whole echo or like her whole demon hypothesis moveset.
ニュール
And then so 118 can kind of work, right? Because if you do the ulti first.
ついにちりを告げる アドアストニュール
Basically, if you don't see a bunch of resonators together on the field enough, which it means you're not quick swapping enough.
私が示そう大当たりだ
これが心
Oh.
捕食する
神聖を授けるニュール
怒りました灰になれ死にたいのか
悪魔の登場だ 私の手で地獄
Using Tyrion with Gabriella can make you use 3 times. What do you mean by make you use 3 times?
これで終わり悪には悪をこの
対の地入りを告げる入り星の歌よ
And see? Even with more defeat. 6k. 6.2. And just like that, you would have your 4k, not 4k, but like all your airstrikes, 5k points with 4 teams. I can tell you how to complete this cycle reward for cycle task. This cycle task. Pretty much, you want to have 2 teams that defeat 2 enemies from round 2 onwards. From round 2 onwards, not after round 2. Basically, what you want to do is, so now that Memphis is low, you want to make sure that your next team can kill Memphis and Nameless Explorer together. Then with the Heron, try to kill the Heron like to almost like pixel of HP left before you try to use the Heron against before you use the next team against an almost dead Heron and Sigillum. That's the idea. But yeah, Abby, what do you mean by using Tyrion with Gabriella can make me use 3 times if I dodge cancel? What do you mean? Do you mean I can kick 3 times with Gabriella if I dodge cancel with Tyrion? I mean, that does make sense. Yeah, as for like this one, you need to defeat 8 enemies, and so 8 enemies means you need to, I think, all the way up until either Heron or Sigillum. For this one, don't bother. This one is either you have S6 for Lova or you have Sigrika and Tyrion, which realistically you're not gonna be able to get this one. So this one, this two, good luck. You need to know your rotations, because if you don't know your rotations, it's like even if let's say I were to do a 1, 2, 3 rotation for Zenny and Phoebe right here. Actually, wait, does Zenny have enough energy? Yes, she does. So you know what? Let's try a 1, 2, 3 rotation with Zani here. Hang on a minute. Right, you don't have... I just realized you don't have... you don't have Morning.
痛いの飛んでけ進化をお見せする最初の5カゴそれ浄化の日これが最初のスキルだ少し遊んでやる
This should be the 1, 2, 3 rotation. Question is, I'm not too sure if the 1, 2, 3 rotation can cut it for this team. If you actually want to get two bosses. Probably no, yeah, probably no. Okay, bro. Yes. I might need to go a little bit faster, because this is actually not enough. Oh, I see. The Heron I didn't manage to cast the Heron.
報告書を作成しなくては。
両親お見せします日向ぼっこの時間ですよ
脆い。
浄化の光これが最初の
切り裂く。いつまでもグズグズしてはいられない。来い。邪魔だ。どけ。切りとかせ。
Ah, what do you mean? There's not enough.
時間の無駄だ。
Boo.
救済はもたらす青い鳥よやっ悔い改めてください痛いの飛んでけでこれが最初の祝福
脆い。もうすぐ退勤時間だ。
I'm playing DMC5.
来い。やっ。切りとかせ。任せてよ。
最初のご加護浄化の光
Yeah, actually not enough.
かかってこい。
進化をお見せします
That's rare.
結晶よ
Didn't expect
恩寵をお与えください
Danny to be playing DMC5.
やっこれが最初の
切り裂く。
インペラトルの何よ
グズグズしてはいられない。来い。邪魔だ。どけ。
最初のご加護
We actually did it. Wow.
任せてよ。
Ah, yeah, it's a bit too far.
大事大事だ。
日向ぼっこの時間ですよ
Yeah, wow. It is Zani OP, yeah, Zani OP. GG, nice run, exactly, nice run. So the idea here is to whittle down the Heron HP by a bit more, right? I think for that we can just use your, like, you have your AniMar team. I am very certain your AniMar team should be able to nuke the shit out of Sichibum. Unless you want me to try doing that. But I do believe you should try it yourself so that you can learn. What I can do is I can demonstrate to you the AniMar's 1, 2, 3 rotation and AniMar's much more difficult rotation. The 1, 2, 3 rotation for AniMar's will look something like this. For 1, 2, 3 rotation, do this, see her jump backwards, swap to Shopkeeper. Shopkeeper, make sure she does a black hole twice before you use the forte into the skill. And then ulti and into the echo. Dene, go in, ulti, use her skill, and then use the echo while she's charging up her skill. And then plunge. And then right at the end, you want to use her skill again so that you can charge up her next ulti. Primers come in, liberation, and then after that, do double of her enhanced skill. Do not run away, and then after that, the Big Mac. Kaboom. This is the 1-1-1 rotation. Oh, I forgot. After you do that, what you want to do is another BA chain, and then when you see her jump backwards, that's where you swap out. And then after that, do the Shopkeeper stuff. Because we missed the skill since Heron was jumping, we need to do the skill here again. And do the same for Linne, jump, plunge into AniMar, do her basic attacks, make sure her skill, the enhanced skill lights up, liberation into the enhanced skill. Then after that, do another enhanced skill after another round of basic attacks. Q. And then the stinky Heron decides to fly, and therefore well, we missed that good part of the attack, but it's fine. And then we do the basic attack for again. So this is how you're gonna rotate with the AniMar's 1-2-3 rotation. And then since we are slowly running out of energy with Linne, we plunge first into the ulti, and then into the skill again. And then here is where we use the enhanced skill because Heron is almost dead. So this is a little bit more of like battle situation kind of thing. Phew. And AniMar's. So you see how the damage is very low, right? 370 something. But once we start using echo skills on Sigillum, you see the damage he receives starts to fly, starts to become a lot higher. Sheesh. The energy. So notice how he has 3 stacks of off-course now, which means he's gonna take more damage. And then so from 375k to a little bit more like, yeah, 468. And this is exactly why you want to use, what do you call that? You want to use echo skill bonuses against Sigillum. Just like that, 10k easy with AniMar. Of course, that means we are gonna have to use this team first in order to whittle down the Heron. So this will be, I guess, your you know what? I shall help you whittle down the Heron. Okay, this will be your so-called homework, trying to clear the Heron and Sigillum together with the AniMar Shorekeeper Linne team to get your last and final cycle task reward. I'm gonna set it up in a way that makes it a bit easier for you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use like some brick team that you never use. Homework, yep, homework. Welcome back, Gapple. Brick team. You know what? We can just use Jinsei. And Chien. No. We don't even use Chien here. I guess Baiju does work. Homework in 2026. Yep, that's your Wuwa homework right there. And Ankh. Let's go! Jinsei, look at that. The OG team. Amazing. Not gonna lie, your account actually has the potential to hit 58k. It's just more of understanding your resonators and using them. Yeah, it's about learning to play. Ow. What the fuck was that? Maybe you can learn it enough time. Honestly, 1-1-1 rotation is enough, right? It's usually enough to clear most of the game content with 5k points. If you want to go above and beyond, that's where you start quick swapping. But honestly, it's only for if you actually enjoy quick swapping. Yeah, so the best thing to do is just 1-1-1 rotation. Boom. Yeah, using Baichi is so slow, man. Jinxie proceeds to miss 2 of her. Oh my god. Okay, bro. Okay, Jinxie. Got it. Got it. Got it, Jinxie. You don't want to crit. The only way you play Baichi was using R5 variation, and as you should. Because non-R5 variation Baichi is slow as shit. You know what? Forget it. We are gonna do something like this instead. We skip the Baichi. We we skip the Baichi. Baichi is just not worth. Demo bullying? I guess we can. No, in fact, demo bullying might be better in that case. Wait, where's Ankh? Where's Ankh? Okay, Ankh's here. But Ankh though, Ankh playing DMC, not that Ankh. You know which Ankh we're talking about. Did I use Demo GC last time? No. Okay, bro. Ow. Oh my god, this freaking bird messed up the rotation. I got pecked a few times in the face. And no, I never and will never use Demo Jinxie. What kind of slander is this? Ay. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? How the hell did Jinxie get there? Huh? That's clearly a gnome. A gnome misplaced the Jinxie. She missed? Yeah, Jinxie misses. Thank you for following our motives.
世の光に触れて手よの先へ
俺も出よ闇を照らす一戦
上手来剣陣雷よ勇気を打ち滅ぼせ
What am I looking at?
陣雷よ移動
Okay, well,
出よ待て一撃突破驚いたかい
you good? Just grinding now? Let's go. Grinding on. Ruwa? Nice. Exploration? I see, I see. Are you left with like a lot of exploration to do? Hey, how is the bird flying? I too break the bird. You need to make use of your 4 stars. Yeah, 4 stars are pretty good. Don't give them any attention. Yeah, the only time you should use your 4 stars are in Matrix. Which I mean they are pretty good substitutes. Where's the Heron? Ong, why did you not cast the Heron? Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's about the same. Like actually about the same. No. We shall use. I don't really want to use Carlotta Churches here. Wait, what's this 降料 on? 降料 on nothing. But if we have no choice, we might just have to use Carlotta and Churchill here. You're thinking using Moonlit for Yinlin?
同心入れよや
The Hera is not making it easy for me because Jinxie now has to dodge. And then now I have to waste time like that. When Jinxie dodges, she actually wastes time. And why are you giving up on Void Thunder Yinlin? Have you not been getting good good stats or something?
闇を照らす
最高値
横島よ取り払え出よ甘くなる光よ
俺も出よう
見えた
兵士どう移動
最高値
いない
全員
確実に
一撃突破
の先へ
Crit rate, too much crit rate? What do you mean by crit rate, too much crit rate?
脳をかける星々よ見えた
Hello, pirate.
俺も出よう
同心出よはっはっ湯に帰れ世の光に触れ
パスリキスだ闇を照らす
確実に
避けられまい
甘くなる光よ
僕が全て解き明かす見えた最高値
最高
有利の力で兵士湯に帰
確実に
こんなものかい突破驚いたか
れ同心
い
確実に見えた
の先へ横島よ
Lower back muscle spasm, so you're home again today. Oof.
脳をかける星々よ
Tried cooking today, but made it.
俺も出よう
最高値
Bird, how many times are you going to jump now?
甘くなる光よ
But your back zapped you too many times. Ouch.
最高
Doesn't sound good.
最高値確実に条件は
兵士の先へ
小手調べだ
僕が全て解き明かす
Yo ho, try to make some content. Try to try hard like me. Well, good luck.
この小さい体の
What the hell, man?
人類は
I swear, demo resonators are all the same. After all of that, all the demo resonators are about the same. Ay, ay. Okay, never mind then. We shall set it up with Carlotta and Zhe. Makes it easier. I guess we can do Jinxie like that. Short Ice Queen may have to give up a throne soon. Or maybe she doesn't need to.
時代へようこそ同心出よの先へ
Yeah. What's up with all them? What's up with all the misses? The non-crits, hello? Might be a bit of a long rotation. Maybe I should just do one Jinsei out per rotation instead. Your Carlotta so ass you never got the chance to pull Zhe and Shawkeeper. Oh, not pulling Shawkeeper is a big mistake. But Zhe, I mean at this point Zhe is kind of like whatever. She's never appearing. Let's face it, Zhe is never appearing. Everyone good? I had a very good sleep today, so I'm feeling pretty energized right now. Ah yeah, I couldn't cancel Jinsei's attacks in time. But okay, this is well set up enough already. So now, literally your homework: kill the Heron, kill Sigilum with this remaining team, and you should be able to get it easy. And if you want to try 58k, a little bit difficult, but maybe, maybe. Don't think you can reach 58k? Well, if you know the rotation, like if you can get the 10k with Imeth, Shawkeeper, and Linne, you might have the chance. Might. Okay. Let's see. Yep. Good luck with your with the Matrix run. All you need to do, honestly, is just knowing your rotations, looking at all the scores for End State Matrix, and your builds are, yeah, honestly, your builds are quite fine. Just some min-maxing here and there. Otherwise, I do think it's actually good enough. Good enough. So yes, GG, and that's for the account review. Hope you've enjoyed it and hope you know what to do now. As for the rest of you watching, hope you enjoyed it as well. Thank you for watching, and until the next video, take care and goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, just know your characters, rotations, enemies, and how to execute. Pretty much it. Especially for your Imeth. As long as you know how to rotate with Imeth and the name, your endgame is pretty much 50% there. The other 50% is on the other team. Okay, and now it's time for me to do my dailies. See, they split. You weren't gonna make a cup, but there's no tea bag, so you do just get water instead. Yeah, you just got water instead. Funnily enough, I have a tea bag with me today. It's those kind of herbal tea, something like that.
怪言の目刹那のひらめき
I stole your tea bag. No, that's my own very tea bag. Thank you very much. I don't
真に
steal,
誘う弱点
unlike a certain JW here who steals my Echo Luck all the time. Not Echo Luck, but my gold. My gold from my domains. You know what? In fact, let's do tea time. Aha! Look at that. Sipping tea.
隙を見つけましたよ刹那のひらめき
It was brewing a fresh cup of tea. It's rigged. No. See? See? Rose is finally sipping tea. Yeah, Rose finally got her tea. Got very unflirted this mountain. Okay, well, I think Void's account is mostly done today. Go to my old account.
お見せします華麗に優雅にまばたきは禁止よ楽しませることね
宝探しの勝負と行こう
進化をお見せします飛んでけ少し遊んであげる
Spin, Brent, spin. Dodge.
任せたわ一撃を片付けましょう俺の勝利だまばたきは禁止よ進化をお見せします
Beautiful. But did we actually even get anything for Brent?
どんな舞台が待ち受けているのか。
はいはいはい。
何が訪れようと問題はないな。
Nope. No one cost. Okay, well. What about Flirtless? Any one cost? But I need HP. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy. Alright, it's time. Start prediction. Will we get an improvement? Chances are probably not. One for yes, one for get shit on. 1k or get shit on? Hell nah, bro. Alright. Time to see. Am I getting shit on this time around again? Okay, I mean that's a liberation. Okay, there's the energy. You voted without looking. That is very ballsy of you. Because I think it looks like we're gonna get shit on. Where the fuck is my crit damage? Where is it? What the hell, man? How do you beat a 10% rate damage? No, you we beat something else. It's okay though. No why we still have 3 more chances. 3 more chances. Okay, well this absolutely fucking shit. Amazing. Come on. Yes, crit rate. Attack. I don't need attack on this Drake. Ooh, this is good HP and basic. Come on, crit. Not attack. Come on, please. Please, not like this. Please. Give me something decent like crit rate or crit damage. Fucking hell, bro. Really? Ay. Another day of getting shit on. Another day of getting shit on. No surprises here. Obviously, get shit on. What else? Nothing new. Nothing surprising. Fuck this shit. Hell no, man. Really? Every single damn time. On to the last daily for today. Gappo's daily. Farm some tuners, farm Augusta forecast, at least 5. What the fuck? Gappo is such a slave driver. He wants me to farm 5 crit rate and 3 crit damages on Augusta. No. I'm only farming 8 drops. 8 drops is all he's getting. Passive field will be Void plus Fusion Field in Jinzhou. Jinzhou. Very, very interesting. How the hell did Changli miss?
耳を澄ませ。
Ow.
変身するわ。逃げ切れるかな。開かない。
Okay, let's see. Augusta's forecast is all the way in Septimon. Rina, Sita, Septimon, all the way down here. Crit damage, crit rate. How many drops for crit damage or crit rate? Outcome 1. Less than 4. Outcome 2. Between 4 to 7. Outcome 3. 8 plus.
どれどれ。
Alright. Time for another round of prediction.
気をつけて。神にも劣らぬ。
ちょっとしたハプニングだ。クライマックスだ。俺の勝利だ。小さな波さ。
Oh my god. Brent nearly died. Both doing the same boss? Paul Sovereign's in for beating today. Oh, easy game. And the submission, choose outcome less than 4. We start new prediction. How many drops for the next one? HP.
任せて。逃げ場などない。断ち切る。烈火のひらめき。
Another crit rate, damn. Might be Gapple's lucky day today. A lot of crit rates. Why is Brent hanging in the air like that? Oh my god, Brent. Brent! Ow! Fucking hell, bro. Brent! Fucking bricker of runs right here. Brent. Every time, bro. Ay. Brent. Why? What the hell would motivate you to brick the run like that, man?
任せて。メガモード解除。ストリング英雄たちの幕開けよ。ビームカノンファイヤー。あ、おいで星を熱い道しるべよ。
耳を澄ませ。
逃げ場などない。
Okay, well, that's another one. Defense. We are now at 4 false sovereigns. We need...
星の海よ。
How many more do we need?
ビームカノンリミッター
We need 4 more.
救済の時。
Hey! What the hell was that?
クライマックスだ。より盛大に。
任せて。
No crit moment.
耳を澄ませ。
大丈夫。正確に。任せて。
Well, that was awkward.
きらめき。私が出るわ。プロジェクション。悪をキャッチ。舞う魂の声で救いの歌を。
Boom.
これでフィナーレ。撃ってコマンド承認。羽よ集まってクンちゃん。コンバージェンスガランジロックオン。今こそ救済の時。
アジは俺に任せろ。
雨が降り注ぐ。神にも劣らぬ。ストリング投げつけ。
気をつけろ。
任せて。勝ち切る。カゴの中の鳥は誰。私が出るわ。英雄たちの幕開けよ。ビームカノンファイヤー。気をつけて。
How many more do I need? 2, 4, 6. So 2 more.
貫く。
輝きの瞬間。
任せて。星ターゲット遅く投げつけ。
演技もお手の物さ。
よかない。この手で世界を守る。ターゲットロックオン。
より盛大に。
私が出るわ。星の海よ。そう焼いて。響き出してあげる。コンバージェンスガランジロックオン。今こそ救済の時。
Last one.
アジは俺に任せろ。炎よ燃え盛れ。
任せて。逃げ切れるかな。
Oh, it's already did. 2 crit, 2 crit rate and 1 crit damage. You know what? Not too bad for. Finally a good run. Hello, Gapple. I farmed 8 sovereigns already. You have 2 crit rates and 1 crit damage. Roll 1. Which one? Crit damage or crit rate? The crit rate one? Okay. Let me see. Did I miss anything? I think I did, right? Ah, I see. Flaw with the do my Wuwa dailies. I must have missed that one, but Flaw usually claims the Wuwa dailies as a free daily slot. Okay, let's roll the crit rate. Let's see. Compare it against your Augusta.
さてこの先の人生には
この剣にかなうものなどおらん。
Huh. Let me guess. It's gonna be defense and defense. Tech percentage, huh? Bit of a low roll. Huh. I feel like this is a bait. Do you want to take the bait, Gapple? If no heavy skip, alright. Alright, GG. Bricked. 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 Oh well. Expected, as it usually is. He has been acquired. Welcome back, Rose. You missed the scammy echo roll. Defense? Yeah, defense. Into liberation that Augusta doesn't need. Finally, your stream saves. Oh, I thought you were gonna continue streaming. I was just gonna be like, should we raid Gapple? Alright, I think all the you lose run equals stream ends. What do you mean? What the hell is that? It should be stream ends only when you win the run. You defeat a boss, stream ends. No, you clear an area, then stream ends. Then Gapple's never clearing the stream, never ending the stream. Alright, I do think that this is all the dailies for today. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Floor usually redeems the daily as a free slot, so I don't have to do anything. Thanks, Floor. Double drop tomorrow. Let's go! Finally, double drop. Okay, let's go to Wuwado. Clear Wuwado. And I think we can call it for today. Alto? Not Alto. Changli? Not Changli. New Federation Honglong Rina Sita. I don't think it's gonna be Rina Sita either. This Wuwado never talks about Rina Sita shit. Yeah, not New Federation. So I'm thinking... I didn't mean to click on Yang Yang, goddammit. I actually wasted one slot. But I guess we do know it's not this one. I wanted to click on Carlotta. But then I realized it's also not. It means it's gonna be other, which is therefore Camellia. Not Camellia. Havoc. Havoc! You're back. Welcome back, GW. Spilova? No, cannot be. Wuado never test anyone above 2 point something. Zhe Havoc. Havoc. Tao Qi, but Tao Qi's not Huang Long though. I mean, Tao Qi is Huang Long though. We need someone who's not from Huang Long. Dungeon is also from Huang Long. Rover is under other, but anyways, what the hell? I just realized three swords. Who's Havoc? Havoc's Camellia. Havoc is Shisa, but no. Dungeon's Havoc, but no. Belova's Havoc, but no. Rococo? Should be Rococo. Yeah. No Honami, yes Rina Sita, no Lahai. It's only up to the early 2 point something. Good with any food as long as it fills your tummy. Easy, 吃下. That one, this one looks like a dragon. Is it gonna be Jian? No. Is it gonna be Jinxi? No. It's not a dragon. What the hell is this? Crown? Tao Qi? That shit does not look like anything close to steadfast protection. The hell is this shit? How the hell is that, Tao Qi? It's the mountain. Damn. Alright, well, that's it for Wuado. Finish some leftover work. Now I can peace. Very nice. Well done, Remy. Boba, the mountain, 2 mountains of Tao Qi. Yeah, the two big mountains of Tao Qi. How do people even remember all the skills look like? You gotta be a JW, the Wuwado master. You know, JW is a Wuwado master. Let's see. First stream and you got scammer viewer. I think scammer viewers always target the smaller streamers. I am very sure they are always like going around somewhere in the small streamers with not a lot of traffic and just like cheap viewers here, something cheap viewers here, and then I'm like all right, well, get the hell out of here. Yeah, it's always either cheap viewers or at me in Discord. Those are the classic. Alright. I guess since Zenny is playing DMC5, right? The Gappo's not streaming. We shall raid Zanny. We shall raid Zenny and y'all can enjoy DMC5. Sounds good. Me abandoning y'all? No. Dailies are completed, the stream is done. There's nothing else to do. The agenda for today is done. Ang isn't motivated to play DMC. Is he not? Anyways, I have Phoenix's yeah, I have Phoenix's what do you call it? Phoenix's video to still do. So there's that. He has no idea what he's doing. Exactly. That's why we always watch Zenixtius. To see him bunga bunga. Unga bunga. Alright. Anyways, thank you for tuning in to today's stream. Hope you all enjoyed it. Tomorrow will be another workout review. It's who now? Yindin name. They're the Yindin Galbrena Enjoyer. I think this is an S6 Galbrena account. So you might just see an S6 Galbrena account maybe. I have no idea, depending on which account they're gonna show us. It might not even be the S6 Galbrena account. Might be. I have no idea. Because they have two. And I still have no idea which account they are gonna let us review. So there's that. So yeah, anyways, thank you for tuning in to this stream. Hope you all enjoyed it. Take care and until the next stream. Goodbye. And let's go raid Zenny. Zani? Nah, Zenny. Yeah, now my pronunciation is a little bit messed up. God damn it, Capo. Alright, bye-bye.
どれどれあった